Hello, and welcome to another episode of Levitate Live with me, Ryan Nell. Say a little hello in the chat box if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're watching it elsewhere, give me a virtual wave or thumbs up or something. And see if you can find yourself a really comfortable position. So whether you are lying down or sitting up, what we want to do is, or indeed getting some much needed exercise and just tuning in with your ears, we want to find a level of stillness, if we can, for the next 15 minutes. If you are one of these people, well, just one of we people, if you're a person, then you will experience a lot of your life kind of in a time traveling kind of way. You are in the past worrying about things that have already happened. You are in the future kind of jumping ahead to things that haven't yet occurred, may never occur. But it is incredibly difficult to stay in the here and now. The here and now is a gift. I'm not going to make a joke about it being the present. I kind of just did in a very half-hearted way. But really, the here and now is when you are. It is the only moment you ever have. And so really the choices are whether you miss it because your attention was elsewhere or whether you connect with it. The connecting with it is as simple as noticing that you have all the sensation of having a body in each moment when you care to pay attention to that. Noticing the habitat or environment that you find yourself in. Noticing the colors you can see, the scents you can smell, the tastes you can taste, the sensation of your body as it comes into contact with the ground or the furniture. It is full of the most mundane and obvious details, which nonetheless do bear continually coming back to. No two moments are the same, other than that they are connected in your consciousness. So today's session is a real back to basics session. I often talk about the beginner's mind. We want to cultivate a beginner's mind whenever we come to mindfulness or meditation, whether we've got a 30-year practice or whether we're dipping our toes in the water for the very first time today. Coming to it as a beginner will mean that nothing is too small to notice, no physical sensation too quiet, no detail too ordinary to pass over or to give more attention to. Simply put, coming to things with a beginner's mind is to let go of your expectations of what they might be and instead bring a curiosity as to what they are. What does it feel like to be you? What does it feel like to be sitting there or lying there in your skin right now? What is your emotional state? What are you thinking of? Where does your mind go when you let it roam free? And we're going to use our breath as a tool to explore this. So just start to allow your eyes to fall closed. And we're going to be, for the first part anyway, just breathing in through our noses and back out through our mouths. Just seeing how deeply and slowly you can send the breath. And a deep belly breaths. And the slower you go, the more relaxing an experience this will be. You can just find some kind of steady rhythm. We'll do it a few together. Just taking a slow breath in and out. And again in and out. Just as you continue to breathe, using your breath as a tool to explore the parts of your body which seem tense or tight, constricted in some way. Sending your breath into those areas of your body, almost using it to expand them, to tease out the precise sensations you're feeling. With every breath in, you might imagine that you're giving that part of you which is tight a little massage. And with every exhale, you are releasing any tension from that point. We want to allow ourselves to slowly relax and release so that we're better able to tune into the present moment as it happens. Just notice how it feels to be breathing. And how it feels to be letting go of some of that tension you might have been holding on to. The way you've always reacted to a situation doesn't need to be the way you will always react to it. The beginner's mind is about revisiting the familiar and seeing it through fresh eyes. What could be more familiar than the sensation of breath itself? You may want to start to transition to just breathing in and out through your nose. You know your body best, so breathe however feels most comfortable for you. I've spoken about an iceberg a few times to some of you. If you think of everything in your conscious awareness as being the iceberg that's above the waves, above the surface of the water, and everything you're unconscious of being beneath the surface. Your hopes and dreams and desires and taboos and everything that Freud might shove down there. But also some of the most everyday sensations. The sensation of your feet connecting with the ground, the sensation of being pressed down on gently by gravity, the sensation of the breath in your body. All of these things vary between being beneath the waves and above them, between being unconscious and conscious. And the breath is like a rope that we're stringing between those two extremes. One that allows us to travel up to the tip of the iceberg and down beneath the water to the very deepest part. connects the two. When you're with your breath, you are entirely in the present moment. We're also very interested in traveling up and down that rope, getting a fuller picture of the iceberg. So we don't need to put any energy into blocking out any sounds. We don't need to put any energy into stopping thoughts. We don't need to put any energy into curating our experience. We simply want to notice whenever our attention is drifted to a thought, to an emotion, to a sensation, to a sound, and see if we can't, just as gently and kindly, drift our attention back to our breath. Come back to the here and now. I spoke to you earlier about the present being this sort of narrow slice just between everything that's ever happened and everything that's going to happen. And it can feel like a very thin slice that keeps on rushing past us. Blink and you miss it. But we can experience it on another level. A level where we connect more deeply to the present moment and we find out that it is limitless. Although it may take its place in a chronology of before and after, while you are present, there is no time. The only limit to how long a moment lasts is how much attention you are giving it. So how does it feel to breathe? Every interruption, every fear, every hope, every sensation, every thought are an invitation to notice that you've drifted away from this wide open, limitless, connected kind of place, and you're back in the detail. But it's not an imposter. It's an invitation to come back, to keep on coming back to the breath. Let's come back to the breath. Together, start to deepen our breathing. To feel it cause your shoulders or belly to rise and fall. Feel it fill every part of yourself. Together we'll take a deep, slow breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again, in through your nose and out through your mouth. With the next breath out, just allowing any tension to flow out with a sigh. Allowing your shoulders to soften, your jaws to release, your temples, your brow, the back of your neck. Allowing all the tension just to drain out of the bottom of your body into the ground beneath you. Start to invite in the sounds around you, the sense, your sense of touch, your sense of vision. And when you like, you could blink open your eyes. And if you've been somewhere, come back to the here and now. I say a huge thank you for joining me for this session. We are all, but also connected by dint of being in the same space, virtual or otherwise. We are all sitting here together, breathing together, meditating together, connecting on a really deep level. Now is the time to connect on a really deep level